Good evening and welcome to Lethbridge, Canada for the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2017. Teams are getting better and better as we run through the sessions in the ATB Centre. We have another fantastic show for you tonight as we'll have a battle of Asia, Korea versus China. My name is Sander Elvåg and I'm joined by curling extraordinaire Sarah Anderson. Good evening.
Good evening, Sander.
Let's take a look at the standings in Group C. You'll see China and Korea undefeated at the top. Of course, that will change tonight. Austria at 2 wins, 1 loss. Australia at 2 and 2. And then we'll have Poland also at 2 wins, 2 losses. Sweden at 1 and 2. And it's Israel and the Netherlands yet to pick up a win so far at 0 and 3. Team lineup for Korea this evening. We will have Lee Ki-jong, and it's Jang Haiji, and the coach is Jang Banjuk.
For Team China, for the male, we have Ba Duxin, and female, Wang Rei, coached by Zhang Shipang.
Maybe you can run us through the rules of mixed doubles as well, Sarah.
There's some different rules here. The mixed doubles team consists of 1 female and 1 male player. At the beginning of each end, there's a pre-positioned stone per team. The teams have 5 stones each instead of the usual 8, and the games are 8 ends long with 22 minutes of thinking time for each team. In mixed doubles, 1 player throws the first and last, and the other player throws the middle 3 rocks. But the players are actually allowed to switch positions in between ends if they would like. A key rule in mixed doubles is that you cannot take out your opponent's rock until the 4th played stone. And once a game, each team has the option to use a power play when they have the hammer.
Thank you so much for that, Sarah.
Yeah, no problem. Interesting rules compared to the usual men's and women's curling.
We'll see the polite curling players, as always, shaking hands before the game starts. Teams will have their final preparations here. A couple of slides, of course, both teams having that 9-minute practice before the game, getting to know the ice and also throwing the draw shot challenge to determine who will have hammer. It will be Korea with the last one advantage, throwing the red stones. This is Wang Rei throwing stones 1 and 5 for China. And of course, they will be throwing the yellow rocks here. Our turn draw. And I believe we are looking for this to be somewhere between top 4 and frozen on the back red.
Yes, that would be correct. That's the ideal positioning of this first shot. It's key to keep them in front of the tee, just to be able to use them later.
Well, that runs all the way through the house. So, slight mistake there to start off with the game, as we'll have our first look at Jang Haiji throwing 1 and 5 for Korea.
라인 좋아요.
6, 5. 웨이트 급.
클린.
헤비.
라인 떨어지고 있어요. 야.
웨이트 급.
Some good weight communication here between the players.
Quite a lot of English feedback coming down the ice.
Yeah, helping me understand what they're talking about.
Heavy, weight's good. Sit. You could hear it coming down. I'm watching a lot of curling on TV, picking up some lingo.
And I'm sure going to international competitions and playing some other top teams.
Well, talk about top teams and top players. Ba Duxin, definitely one of them. So much experience, one of the more experienced players in the field.
And this team grabbed the silver medal here last year.
Keep going hard.
This one will definitely be in front of the tee line. Comes down onto that red shot stone. Very nicely played by Ba.
Yeah, nice sweep in there by Wang.
그냥 프리즈.
Here is world junior champion Lee Ki-jung.
아홉.
웨이트요. 아홉 좋아요.
바운스야. 바운스야. 여덟.
아직
First medal for the Korean men's in the World Juniors. It ended up being gold at home in Gangnam, Korea, the same arena that will host the Olympic Games next year.
Yes, the Korean Curling Federation has been putting a lot more money into it since they've been holding the Olympics next year, and we've been seeing results, as in getting the gold there at the juniors.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more dedicated curling facilities pop up in Korea, as well as quite a few of the Korean players are actually professionals. They're paid a salary. Amongst them, Lee Ki-jung, one of the very few professional curling players to attend the World Junior Championships.
What a job.
He's mainly in the program for the mixed doubles.
6曲啊，6曲，5、6，向了飞啊。6曲，6曲，向了非常好。向了非常好。
See Ba Deshin follow the stroke closely from behind, looking at the line. Wang Rui on the sweep, brings it on to that redstone top four.
有点可大。我想是，我想让粘它，粘它离脚，行在5那样5、6那样粘上就行。아, 이것도 나쁘지 않겠다. 가드. 가드.
여기 어때요?
근데 우리 거 2개 다 깨질 것 같지 않아? 일로 하나 더 가는 게 나을 것 같은데.
오케이. 여기?
빨간 거 때리면 2개 다 빠지잖아.
네.
그 앞에 가자.
Some discussion here about what turn to use
프리즈.
for their
아니,
freeze.
노란 거 해.
아, 여기?
아니,
여기
아니, 이쪽
앞에.
노란.
이렇게. 똑같이 잡을게요. 라인이 약간 있어요. 라인 비슷해요 아까랑.
T.
티 좋아요. 클린. 웨이트요.
바운스 있어.
안 돼요. 라인 떨어지고 있어요. 클린.
웨이트 굿.
클린.
웨이트 굿.
클린.
좀 센 것 같아. 6.
괜찮아요.
다섯.
괜찮아요. 라인 되게 좋아요. 샷.
Korea has, well, the Korean Curling Federation has invited quite a few curling teams over to come and play their Korean teams and help them out. So maybe that's where some of the phrasing's been picked up as well.
Good point, yeah.
우리 락 코치가 너무 안 좋아서.
Except for that first throw from Wang Rui, I'd say every shot after that's been pretty close. For weight control, everything's very neatly stacked up in the forefoot. And as often, after lots of freezes and taps, we'll see an upweight shot to try and make some room. Run back here from Ba Deshin. Oh, a little bit unlucky there. Actually spills his own yellows out to the sides. Leaves Korea sitting 2 in the forefoot.
没掉下来，再掉
On
一点。
the upside here as he leaves 1 yellow top of the 8 foot.
그게 가장 나은 것 같지 않아? 근데
오케이. 만약 이거 해도 이겼으니까.
내가 이거
I just need to curl a bit more there.
나는 상대가 이게 있으니까.
그러니까 지금 좀 얇아도 위로 올려놓으면 아니면 이거
그래도 이게 있지 않나? 근데 이것도 나쁘지 않은 것 같긴 한데.
이게 더 나을 것 같다. 얘는 이렇게 때려도 지잖아. 내가 조금
Have some
얇게
options
해서
here.
올려놓으면 괜찮을 것 같다.
이렇게?
더 가야
Which
돼.
one to hit
깊이
and roll
가야
off of?
이렇게.
뒤에 거 무조건 맞아야 돼.
필?
노말.
노말 좋아요.
아, 컨트롤 할게, 컨트롤러.
컨트롤? 너무 짧은가요?
괜찮은 것 같아.
네.
So trying to play the hit and roll off the side here.
빠졌어요, 빠졌어요.
Definitely needs to
빠졌어요.
make the
Heavy
roll
up.
in.
클립.
헤비업!
If not, you're going to leave a tap up to the pin for China.
오지 마요. 다시 반대로 와요.
It's going to just sit there. And actually leave the in off for China instead.
我感觉顺着点，一直有点闭，你顺着打这一点。
Yeah, no discussion of the tap. Just right to the hit and
啊，
roll.
或者这儿都行，稍微往，只要这球，
我感觉好像怎么他都出不去。
对你这球打这儿就行，你要打后就没有了，打后一半肉进来也可
Couple of
以。
ways to make this. Catch it thick and just roll right in there. You could catch it thin and make the double. Just anything inside here would be pretty close to good for the Chinese team.
Yeah, with those catchers, doesn't look like you'd be able to even roll to play at all.
I think ideally you just want to make the
一小半，
cool roll
或者一半也行，一
and
半的
just
话甩是站
put
着
it
一
right
小
in the
半是打
pocket of the
完
two
别
reds in
往
the
下走别
forfeit.
转上
一小半放一点点。
This is the last one for Team China in this first end. Wang Rei facing a couple of reds here.
一小半。
Needs to make a good one, not to give up a big end. Badashin will switch sides here, try and carve it in. Makes a roll.
Really
That is
nice.
perfect. Wow.
Great roll there.
Could not have made that roll any better, I think. Although, especially in mixed doubles, you always want to give it a second look
一半一半。
before you jump up and down.
打的好像差不多一大半。
See what Korea's left with here.
一点点那样。
I have to say it's going to be
안 맞으면 돼.
hard to get that stone out.
노말.
Pretty thin there to run that yellow on the left.
I
노멀이요?
don't think they are
아, 반반
making a play on that
두꺼운
yellow stone.
네.
Far left onto the red second shot. We'll see the stone just played by Wang Rei kick out the side door, but I think it'd be hard to keep the
노멀.
클린.
red second shot around for two. Might just be for the one.
업, 업, 업.
Firstly, need to make contact here though. But this one, we'll get there. Made it look easy actually. Hit the perfect spot for two. Great play back to back here from the female players.
이것도 빠져요?
줄
And that's a
Yeah.
score of 2 for Team Korea. Up on the board in the first end.
내가 아무것도 안 하면 그냥 놓는 거야.
Very good end. I think we're in for some good action here.
라인 좋아요.
된것 같아.
약간
Second
있어요.
end underway here.
라인 있어요. 라인 되게 많다. 되게
Korea
많아.
scores 2 in the first end, means they will throw the first stone. And the second end,
야! 헐!
Zhang Haiji on the in turn. Trying to drag this all the way into the forfeit. Will come up a bit shy.
치세요.
자,
그 세이프 얼마예요?
9반.
6반이요?
Sometimes that's a problem.
생각보다 안 나간다.
Sort of acts like a guard for your opponent. And China might come around, sit 2 here. Fully buried.
主要线路啊，
线路开，
力量可以，
线路开，指力量，
底线
底线带着。
Pumped the first draw through in the first end, Wang Rei.
哦
八曲八曲，
哦
下线
Made a really nice hit and roll
喝出来。
on their last shot in the first end, but draw weight. Just a little off so far.
Yeah, hoping to see her get that under control in the upcoming ends.
아, 프리즈.
Opportunity lost there. Just allowing Korea to come into the forfeit. Not allowed to play any hits yet. This only being the third thrown rock of the end. Have to wait one more. So there's no option to hit the yellows.
웨이트요.
Just a draw.
떨어지는 것 같아요. 플레이.
This of course allows for many rocks in play.
8 괜찮아요.
A little bit more interesting
나오면
ends.
안 돼요. 9위에 맞고 이렇게.
So you don't see many blanked ends here in mixed doubles compared to men's and women's, just because they do have that rule in place.
아, 안 되죠.
And if you would blank the end, you wouldn't even keep the hammer, would you?
Yeah, it's good incentive to score some points.
그렇죠.
粘磕一下，高磕甩一下。
Forfeit definitely a little more open in this end.
直接投远心，要是力量大，磕完能甩着一点。
行。
Korea might have the opportunity later in the end to tap that one up that they have in the top 8. Looking to
8、7、
throw a nice one here.
7、8。
点有点大啊！哦，点大，点大，点大，点大，点大，点大，还可以，还可以，
磕。
点大，下路大。哦，正常，正常，正常。二，够磕吗？二。我。
땡겨줘, 땡겨줘.
Over curls everything here.
똑같이는 짧아도 괜찮잖아.
Sort of lost the line on that one.
Yeah, weight would have been pretty close. They're just a little bit more on line. Was looking pretty good.
근데 다 가려야 돼.
네. 근데 끝에 좀 많이 들긴 하던데.
약간 맞고 들어간 포켓이지.
네.
그게 제일 좋은 것 같아.
네.
Korea has a chance here just to really lock up the forefoot if they throw one here top 4.
라인 되게 좋아요.
조금
웨이트맨
약해.
약해요.
여섯.
플레이. 6 되게 좋아요.
웨이트 끝.
얍. 라인 아직 있어요. 라인 있어요. 라인 있어요 아직.
He was a skip for his junior team when they won that gold medal
얍. 헐.
not too long ago. But definitely has the sweeping down. And the man on the bench for Korea,
오빠 이거 되게 잘 먹나 봐.
Jang Banjuk, he would have
조금
coached
더 늘렸어야 되는데.
더 내렸어요.
his young male player before
내렸어야 되는
this season at the Winter University Games in Almaty, Kazakhstan.
더 들어가고 좀 더 늘렸어. 지금 이렇게 맞으니까 좀 더 늘려야 돼. 더블 그냥 맞으니까.
Ki Jung playing a second on that team. So he's been playing quite a few championships this season.
Yeah, that's always a fun event too.
Whoa.
Oh, not too happy with the result there. Ba De Shin just stuffs it in the back. I'm not sure if
再下一点。
세지 않게 할게.
Zhang Shipeng is too happy with the result either.
他站好以后上面。
Very experienced coach. As you see Marcel Rock, of course, on his side. The Alberta-born Canadian legend. Long-time lead for the Fur before. Never got to play mixed doubles,
라인 좋아요. 약간
as far as I know.
Has the opportunity to coach it, I guess, then.
라인.
웨이트 끝. 웨이트는 좋아.
라인 웨이트만요. 라인 아직 약간 있는데 좋아요. 좋아요. 라인 좋아요. 얍. 오.
라인만.
라인 아직 라인.
조금 있어.
아니요. 오.
셋. 셋. 셋.
Pretty nice draw in here, right onto the pin. That's not going anywhere.
Really nice shot there by Team Korea.
再给这分儿没事。
See Ba De Shin making up his mind fairly quick here. wanting
앞에서
to
써야 되는데.
come down onto the nose of that stone, just thrown by Korea. Try and tap up the backing, sit on top for our second
白
shot.
边稍微小一点，这球知道
白边差不多。
啊，白边正磕的。我第一个球的力量就差不多，那球正好到8区，就那劲儿行。
This is going to be an important shot here.
7、8。
哎
7。
哦，不要紧，力量够可以等一等啊，看着点。
7。
In big trouble here.
2，力量力量。
Good thing they have hammer.
下路非常好啊 ，clean， 哇，可以下线吗？哇，力量大。
Needing to curl here. Not sure if he's going to get to nose. Just going to slide off it and leave Korea still lying 3 with a chance to put another stone in the forefoot,
괜찮을 것 같아.
네.
making things very difficult for Wang Rui.
네. 네.
공간만 안 주면 돼.
오케이.
공간 줘도 상관없겠다.
Team China might just, on their last one, try to cut Team Korea just down to 1 point and concede their one.
能赢后。
Yeah, I think the in-turn draw would always be there, just to catch a piece of the button
要是掉下来
for second shot. So for Korea here, I wouldn't mind them seeing just drawing all the way down to their shot stone. Looked like they were discussing to just put a top 4, but it might as well come a little bit closer.
라인
Might just be
좋아요.
a guaranteed steal of 2 if they do so.
좌우 반대. 클린.
Yes, I think the only reason they were talking about going top 4 here was to take away the hit and roll off of
맞고
Team
갈까요?
China's yellow rock.
야.
우리 거에 붙어야 돼. 우리 거에.
But I do agree, I like it frozen to their one on the top button.
Well, it's definitely going to be all the way down there.
자,
So not a lot of room for China to get in here.
你喜欢哪边？
Not a bad result, I think.
너무 잘한다.
这个点。
Big pressure
我
here
刚点球
on
这点
Wang
这
Rui.
块有一个站位，稍
And
微上来14秒5。
just think about the 2 draws she's played so far in the game. They haven't really been close.
Yeah, draw against 4.
No way she's scoring 1 here. Optimal effort. Try and get to the nose of the shot stone. And maybe take away 3 points. This is a toughie right here. Big, high pressured shot on Wang Rui. Bad the shin on the sweep.
极限。No。7、8。
She's heavy on the
力量大。
2 previous draws. We'll see where this one ends up. Still having some curling to do to get in there. Definitely some room on the top rock. See how close they can get. I'm not sure if it got there for a second shot. Definitely for third.
Really nice attempt.
That is definitely a good try.
量一下呗。
这样没准。
Badashin wants a measure. Looks red from here, but it's always hard to tell.
不擦好。
I'd agree with you, it's leaning more red in my eyes too.
我看后面好像写
But when it's close, doesn't hurt.
얘기도 안 하고 그냥 하나.
正好不擦的话，基本上就
Sometimes maybe just call for a measure and you get a longer break.
Regroup with the team after that intense end.
Yeah, just get a few extra seconds to talk things over before the next end. Or I would sometimes ask my team for a measure just because I'd been sweeping coast to coast on the last 2 rocks and just wanted to catch my breath before throwing.
Very strategic of you there.
A little bit cynical, but you know, it's always nice to bring the umpires on, especially for the TV games. So it is definitely 1 for Korea, and this would be a measure to see if it's
그럼 먼저
perhaps a steal of 2. Korea with the red rock.
없으면
We'll
상관없어.
see the dial, turn around.
지나간다.
It's not going to move on the yellow, so that would be red. That is confirmed a steal of 2 for Team Korea, which means they will lead the game 4-0 after 2 ends of play. And I believe we just saw Badashin ask for the power play. We'll see when we come back in a few moments. The power play has indeed been called by Team China.
손 약해요.
Down 4. Do you think it's a good time to use it? It's probably the earliest we've seen so far.
Yeah, it is the earliest we've seen it. I guess they're playing it now to quickly try to get back into the game. Usually we see teams hold it until the 7th or 8th end, but just trying to tighten up this game here.
And this is a call we haven't seen too often from the team without a hammer. Just drawing it into the forefoot. I think what we've seen the most is probably the tech shot on the corner.
Yeah, the team trying to just move that corner guard off the line that the yellow rock is buried and to move it into the house near the center line.
Be interesting to see how this plays out. Definitely feel like the tech shot's been very effective for the teams that have managed to play it. Again, Wang Rei coming up all heavy on her draws, but gets it fully buried there. Back 12, not necessarily too bad.
Able to stick around there was huge.
But does leave an opportunity for Korea to play the freeze on the second shot in behind the corner.
나이스 비슷한 것 같아요.
It's nice that they have the opportunity here, especially since their first rock did slide behind the tee.
라인 좋아요. 웨이트만요. 클린.
5,
5, 6.
6.
클린 얍. 얍. 웨이트. 좋아요.
바운스 있어.
클린 얍.
아, 웨이트 좋아. 아, 바운스 있어.
Looks pretty close.
오.
8.
오. 오. 굿샷.
오케이.
Nice shot there.
够喝吗？
몇 초야?
14초 53.
14초.
53. 이쪽 나가는 웨이트 정도 되는 것 같은데.
어?
Team
이쪽으로 가는
Korea
웨이트
now
정도.
sitting 1 and 2 on this power play.
行，这样可以点。应该的。OK。你自己问吗？对。
Shin made it to the Olympics
5、6。
with
6。
Blue Rays rink
6、
for the,
7。
in Sochi
喝。
in 2014. Looks pretty good to make it back with this mixed doubles team, picking up a silver medal and 12 Olympic points last year. It's always hard to tell how many points you would need, but at least maybe picking up a couple more here definitely guaranteed a spot.
Yeah, they're sitting second here now with the Olympic points chase. Sitting pretty good.
Korea, on the other hand, of course, already qualified, being the host nation. They finished 13th last year, same team. And even though they are qualified for the Olympics, I think they'd be very much wanting to step up to the top of the podium.
Especially having that home crowd.
라인 조금 있어요.
웨이트 좋아.
웨이트만요. 6, 5 좋아요.
But is it an advantage or a disadvantage, you think, to be pre-qualified
나가야 돼.
얍.
in an event like this? Is there less pressure, you can play better, or
웨이트 있으면 기다렸다 와요.
do you like that pressure to perform?
I think it would be a great feeling to be pre-qualified.
안 돼?
But it also, I think the pressure that they are getting is to perform at their home venue.
굿샷.
It's probably a nice feeling for China as well, knowing they have
내가 세 던진다 던졌는데.
quite a few points already.
I'm sure they're hoping to grab the gold this year.
Oh yeah, definitely
Yeah.
silver medal last year. Only thing he wants to take it one step up.
我感觉好像顺势好一点。他逆时够传吗？
We have two very strong teams here today that we're watching, so it's always fun to see these top-level teams compete.
中间敞开的。
Yeah, that's why it's a little disappointing that China's trailing by 4. Hoping to see a close-fought game, although there are 6 ends left here. Mixed doubles play, you never know what might happen. But in this end, it's Korea line 3. It's not really working out for Team China at the moment.
，OK， 向路非常好，带着啊，好，好，
6-7，
好，好，长体，哇，下线下线下线上，科学他一点。
근데
그냥 딱 옆에 있는 게 가장 좋은 것
이거
같아.
어때요?
그거 말고
Pretty
우리
nice
거에
shot
딱
there,
붙은
getting
거
fully
어떨래?
buried.
아니 그러니까 일자로 붙어야지.
이렇게 붙어야 되잖아요.
네,
그러면
알았어.
어차피 우리 걸로는 못 때리잖아. 아 어차피 안 보인다. 상대 거에 가자. 상대 거.
약간 이거 맞고 이렇게 건드리는 게 나아요? 아니면 이게 그냥 나아요?
그냥 가야 돼. 그냥 다 가려야 돼.
네.
좀만 줄여줘. 노란 거에 붙어도 돼.
라인 좋아요. 조금 있어요 아직.
6.
6 안 돼요. 라인이 안 돼요. 어디예요?
일단 기다려야 돼. 5.
스플릿?
아니야 안 돼.
안 돼요?
돌아야 돼.
스위치. 안 돼?
크로.
오 비슷해.
오케이.
굿샷. 오 쩔어.
I was probably hoping to sit in the corner of the yellow, but I don't think that ends up in a terrible spot.
저렇게 붙으면은 우리 걸로 못 때리잖아.
够吗？
그러니까.
有，
아 너무 딱
I'd
붙었다.
still prefer to be Korea here.
그래서 저
这个
일로 들어오는 거.
Me
打
too.
这个打到这儿，
난 노란 게
They're
많이
looking
보인단
pretty
말이야.
good, especially playing
그래서 나
against
일자로
this power
붙이면
play.
이렇게 때려도 슈터 나가잖아. 그 우리 걸로 직접 때려야
对，肯定有定的，直接就定那儿。
근데 노란 게 다 안 보이는 거야.
Interesting to see how
네,
their
부러워요,
draw
네,
is
다
working out
내가.
for them.
他打这个， 他这
Instead
边
of
还
going
是
for
漏，
that
他
tick.
他咋打？所以就打甩，甩了粘到这儿，他打完还是他的进，还是他的进。
对。
打这个。
조금 앞에가 더 좋아한대. 일자로 되게. 이건 드래그를 해서 이거 빠질 수도 있단 말이야.
这大力不够挤呀、
안 되지.
顺时，
빠지면 안 된다.
但是你要直接打，后边那俩应该能出去吧？
直接定，他那角度直接就定那儿了。
只用上面整吗？
那上面吧，定他上面。
Well, not sure what the call is here. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. It looks like the run back on the guard. Try and open things up here. It's very close, but just can't quite get there. Leaves Korea sitting 3.
Yeah, had quite a few options there.
이거면 될것 같다.
Discussing the hit and roll off the side or the run.
인터로 갈까요?
As it lies, I think the only chance for China to score one really is the outturn draw.
야 이건 어때?
I wouldn't be surprised if Korea
드래그.
wanted to take that away and leave the hit and roll off the wing for China.
어?
막는 게 더 안전하지 않아요?
근데
Now
그래도
maybe
이
thinking
점은
to play the
없어.
tap here.
아 진짜요?
I like that shot a lot.
근데 우리 굳이 3점 안 따도 되는데.
오케이.
Could even tap and try to get a little roll over to the left.
인터로 갈게요.
아니 아웃턴에서 여기가 제일 나아.
아웃은 좀 그런데? 너무 돌아요. 아웃.
Well, my thinking is if you play the tap here
아
onto the button, you sort of make that hit and roll off the wing easier. You can just roll into the shot stone.
4시예요 당시. 넷, 다섯? 넷.
근데
Maybe if you just throw the guard, choke off the outturn draw, you're going to have to make that hit and roll perfect.
좀 안 나갈 것 같아요.
Very good point.
She did make it though in the very first end. Same spot, bang right.
라인 좋아요.
웨이트 굿.
And it does look like it is the guard or
헐?
just a top 12 draw here. Just taking away the draw path. Coming
Look at
wide out in the frost here, I think. And it's going to pull up short, so draw will be available for China. And that is the call.
그냥 차는 대로 찬 거죠.
4쪽 공고인데
A little tough to judge those. Having to go a couple of feet wider out in the sheet. Not always 100% sure what the speed's going to be like.
아무리 이래도 세트 써서 괜찮았을 것 같은데.
14秒5到15秒。
She's had the opportunity for a couple draws here. Another big draw for her in this end.
Down by 4, really need to put a point up on the board.
提线啊，
这个点打得大啊！
Facing a couple Korean rocks again.
提线提线。
This draw is definitely more makeable
线路
than in the second end.
直立啊！顶线八哥，
Got the shin on the sweep here. Trying to get it past the reds. Need to drag it a little further. Not enough. And the question is, 1 or 2? Sounds like 1. So China again failed to score. And Korea really running away with the game here. 5-0 after 3 ends of play. We'll see if China has any tricks up their sleeve.
약하다. 라인 타이트해요.
Korea will kick us off here in the 4th end. Looking good, 5-0 over China. But it's hard to play defensive in mixed doubles, so definitely going to get some rocks in play. China will have a good chance to score 2 or 3 to play a good end.
67啊，詹科，金科8去。
Don't feel like China's played all that bad, but Korea's just made everything.
Yeah, they've really been putting the pressure on Team China.
搁后边的。
This is
能科吗？
the kind of shot that's not going to help you out too much. Through the house yet again on the out turn coming home, just like in the second end.
Yeah, she's not happy with that result.
딱 센터가 좋은 것 같아. 딱 센터가.
이렇게?
어.
네.
没感觉那么大这个。
세지 않게 할게.
Seems to be in decent good spirits. Sometimes when you know a game slipped away from you, it's you almost start going through the process of accepting your defeat and thinking about the next game, but maybe a tad early.
라인 좋아요.
I think so, especially because mixed doubles is known for those big ends, so
6.
I think they should probably going to keep their heads in it and
라인 아직 있어요.
work on these next couple ends.
좀더 돌아야 돼요.
좀 세.
어,
라인이 먼저야.
아직.
아. 셋. 셋.
Comes up a foot heavy there. Leaves a little pocket for China.
Good opportunity here for them to lock one on.
Both these young Koreans from Useong,
不对，15秒头。
southeast in Korea.
84秒6吗不？84秒6都科了。对呀， 先站着呢，站着呢。
Hosted the Pacific Asia Curling Championships this season. Very nice rink down there, 4 sheets.
快点，力量，
I believe they're
还行。
adding 2 more.
力量，下路可以
Yeah,
啊，
there's actually 4 dedicated curling facilities in Korea
还可以
with，
正常，正常，
3,000
正常，
members,
正常，正常，
and a
正
third of them
常
being actually junior curlers.
可以磕，可以磕。
Sounds a bit scary.
Yeah, up and coming.
I believe China has some good numbers as well.
Yeah, they have 884 registered curlers and 600 of them being juniors, so really putting a lot of emphasis on their youth programs, it seems like.
This is making you nervous.
You know, looking forward to better curling, and curling the last 10 years just seems to be getting better and better and more fit, and I'm liking the looks of the future of curling. You especially see that here at mixed doubles with teams that you don't usually see at the world stage, being 39 teams here. It's nice to see the growth of curling in the individual countries and throughout the world.
좋아요. 라인 있다. 라인 있어요 아직. 클린 좋아요. 라인.
여섯.
아직 있어요. 좀 더 떨어져야 돼요. 라인
라인은
좀 더 떨어져야 돼요. 스위치 와봐요. 세요. 얍. 스위치.
So just looking to put another stone on top here, trying to lock in that yellow and try and leave as little room as possible for China to get in there for a multiple score.
再扎他一个。
And Ki-jung does a good job of it.
청개 너무 세갖고. 너무 푸켓이다. 너무 쉽게 푸켓이다.
然后各位线路好，力量差不多就下线擦，可以。
正站上
对
吗？，
正粘着的，正粘，正粘。
行。
能磕一点最好，能磕到一点。
Pretty snug in the forefoot.
更磕啊，更磕，我感觉。力量差不多，
六，
正常带着点啊。
五，
Another setup shot for China here.
五，
They'd like to sit on an angle on the red stone top 4.
着急。
And as this seems to be over curling, we'll have a look at some of the other scores in the ATB Center. Sarah?
Yeah, I only have 3 other games going on right now. On sheet 1,
최고 같다.
Austria and Netherlands have a tight game 3-2. On sheet C, Bulgaria is leading 8-0 over Serbia. And on sheet E, we have Sweden beating Israel 6-1. And then back onto our sheet, Korea is beating
너무
China
많지 않아?
5-0.
조금 더 줄여도 될 것 같아.
Yeah, the schedule doesn't add up, so
줄여도 될 것 같아.
all sheets are being played on every session
좀 더.
with the 39 teams participating.
아 오케이.
So we'll have
바로
a
옆에
couple of
쓰면 돼.
sessions with less than the 5 games. Could explain a smaller crowd this evening. Also, of course, when Canada's not playing,
좀
there's
말린 거
less
같아요.
people.
얼마나 세요?
And then again, we have
라인 좀
the
말린 거 같아요.
World Senior Curling Championships being played just next door in the curling rink.
얍.
그냥 넘기기만 해 그럼.
Definitely a good turnout for that this year, too. Lots of fans in this arena.
굿샷.
Korea throws a guard.
소리 좀 약한 거 같아.
2 stones left for China.
这个
You'll be thinking, how do you score 3?
저도 그래서 좀
Is the angled run back available?
一半多一点。
He's thrown a couple runs so far this game. Been pretty close. Guess we'll see what happens here.
Might have to bring the weight down just a little bit
回到
here
球中间就行，飘上一点，打一半就 OK， 是吧？
to catch it thick enough.
我说嗯。
Well, plays it pretty upweight here, so apparently sees enough from the hack. This is going to be absolutely perfect. Runs it onto the red, but just undercurled an inch there. Leaves China lying shot though. with the another yellow back eight.
짧아도 괜찮아.
네.
때리는 건 아닌 것 같아. 때리는 건 아닌 것 같아.
His runs have been very close today, just inches.
그냥 우리
Yeah,
거에
strong
스위치
side of the
아니면
hinge.
앞에.
Had to curl a hair more
되면 안 돼.
to try and leave the guard. Top four.
아예 가드로 볼래?
그러니까 제가
안전하게.
가드처럼 던질게요.
그냥 반 보이게 내시면 될 것 같아.
네.
아니 저 옆에 그냥 딱 써도 되고.
Down to the penultimate stone of the fourth end. It's an out-turn draw from Korea. Just again, trying to put it on top and leave no room for China to score their two.
라인만 봐.
라인 조금 있어요. 라인 좋아요. 웨이트만요. 헐. 가야 돼요. 라인.
Big sweep here to get it past the guard. A little bit short for weight, so I was actually hoping to maybe rub off the guard here. As, well, actually over curling. Looks like they might have left a shot for three here.
Yeah, the pro side of that shot was to leave it a little bit more to the left.
그것도 많이 보였잖아 내 거. 내거 많이 들었어.
See if Team China can take advantage of this opportunity.
오빠 거 에이프 바로 앞에 찍었잖아요.
그러니까.
제가
Get
이거
back
10번
into the game.
Oh yeah, a score of three here would definitely put China back.
Especially since they used their power play last end. This is big here.
差这么大过就行，差一个球过基本上都了。
慢点吗？
120，你感觉呢？再小一点，
Last one of the fourth end.
再小一点。
And after that, we'll head on to the halftime break. So lots of time left to turn this game around for China if they can make this one.
踏板，力量大，
下线，
下线。
下线，大一点下线，一直下，
Needing some curl here.
再下一点，
Looks pretty close. Will hit the red, but doesn't move it far enough. And shooter spills. Only one for China, but they will score at least.
收了一点，
The first point for China up on the board.
基本就贴这儿过。
5-1 for
这
Korea
个再
though.
小点就 OK 了。
As we'll return with some highlights for you and the rest of the game. Stay tuned. Let's rewind the clock, go back to the first end. After Wang Rei makes a perfect hit and roll into the button. We can see another perfectly made shot. Just back to back. This time from Zhang Heiji. Scores 2. And in the second end, Wang Rei not left with much. Trying to get in there for a second shot and only give up the 1, but not quite enough. As the measure would tell you, it's a second red point. Steal of 2, 4-0 after 2 ends played. China choosing to use their power play already in the third end to try and snag a few points back. Only to be left with a draw for 1 that comes up short. Leaves Korea stealing again. This time only the single, but 5-0 for Korea. And in the fourth end, China finally picking up 1 point, so the score is 5-1 for Korea. As you see, the percentages, quite a leap there. China playing 50%, Korea a very solid 90%. All the reason to be happy here. Team Korea refueling with a banana. Seems to be the go-to snack for a lot of teams. Did you ever, or have you, do you have a special treat or snack you like to nibble on for curling games, Sarah?
Yeah, I was a big fan of little pouches of applesauce or goldfish, pretty random.
Are you 6 years old?
You know what, Sander? There are some teams out there with cheese sticks, but and granola bars, but I like my goldfish. So.
All right. And applesauce. And you still do then?
No, we aim more for granola bars as a team now. A little picnic in the fourth end.
You a team that would sit down in a huddle?
No, our team more spreads out, run to the bathroom, or some talk to our coach. But we do huddle up with our coach during the fourth end. One of the times in the game that you get to talk to your coach.
Well, that's exactly what the teams would have a chance to do in the halftime break, talk to their coach. Probably hear, probably see Marcel Rock come onto the ice to give some advice and try and pep up Team China for the next 4 ends. But if you're a coach for Team Korea, not sure if you really need to say anything, then keep it going.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Make shots.
8 좋아요. 클린. 라인 떨어져요.
아, 웨이트 좋아, 티.
얍. 펄. 펄.
그냥 앞에 그냥 일자로 맞아야 돼. 바운스 있어.
클린.
바운스 있어.
바운스 오버컬인데 이거?
오버컬 아닌데? 오버컬 아니잖아.
아니 좀 더 약했으면 좋을 것 같은 느낌이었어요.
그냥 바깥쪽 붙으면 안 돼. 약간 안쪽은 괜찮은데. 바깥쪽 붙으면 앵글 밖으로 그냥 더 빠지잖아. 약간 안쪽도 괜찮아.
Nice shot there by Lee.
좋았어. 조금 넉넉했어 생각보다.
Makes it look easy.
네 손이 약한 것 같다 가드 때는. 이게 90이거든. 아이스가 좀 내리긴 했어.
이건 좀 제.
Not amazing numbers for Fa Duxin today. Still, you feel he's been pretty close on a lot of shots, just a little bit unlucky here and there. And of course, a little bit imprecise.
Good placement on that. Be able to get that red one out with that angle.
여는 거?
굳이.
그럼 여기?
네. 오버컷에서 탭 때도 되게 좋을 것 같은데.
네, 좋아요.
Really nice sweep there.
라인 너무 애매한데.
에이프 잡아도 될 것 같아. 오버컷 생각하면.
너무 올 거예요.
조금만 더. 오케이.
I think Lee will come down with the out turn, trying to just maybe corner freeze on that yellow or move it a little.
라인 비세요.
And look at that.
클린.
3 digits for
좋아요.
this guy, playing 100%. I think that's pretty hard to do in mixed doubles. See if we can keep it up. Or is this the commentator's curse right here? I believe so. Yep, that always happens.
我再扎他一个。OK。
Nice job, Sander.
一点也行。
Just kind of jinxed him.
啊，特定一点也行。
OK。
First mistake.
往后传一点。
OK。
That's something China needs to start making good use of.
And nice to see them capitalize here after that miss.
이거 들어오면 열어요.
열어야지.
보고요?
아니 그냥 열어야 될 것 같아. 어차피 우리끼리 1번 계속 할 거니까.
Both these Chinese players
아니면 하나
has represented China in the men's and women's play this year
接
OK。
接
下路可以啊，好。
at the World Championship.
接吧。
Wang Rei in Beijing,
磕。
Badishin in
够稳。
Edmonton.
别停，继续。hard。
Neither of the Chinese teams having a great week. They would both be hoping for better results here, but this evening it's not the best they've had.
밖으로 봐야.
Definitely have seen this pair play sharper than they are tonight.
그건 안 돼.
이렇게?
Few games left in the round robin. Let's see if they can bounce back.
그냥 째줘도 괜찮아.
네.
어디 맞아야 돼?
반.
반. 오케이.
반. 여기? 그냥 맞는 데 잡을게요. 얍. 헐. 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 씨. 쉣.
扎一个，还是扎颗？来，咱们的进吗？
쏘리.
他的。
那我就扎完轻磕他一点。
네.
行。
아 너무 욕심 부렸다.
그냥 째는 거 봐도 돼요.
哎，打定他有没有后面那俩都没，还有
째줘도 되는데.
打定差不多。
뭐가 일본일까요?
再到我这儿。
还是粘磕的一点好。
正磕。
일자로만 붙으면 될 것 같은데. 아 근데 일자로 붙어도 때리면 다 빠질 것 같다.
네, 그래서. 그래서 이거를 건드리는 게 얘네한테 좋을까요? 아니 가다가 더 치고
근데 그럼 더블이 있잖아.
가드 치면 아 저거.
我，力量大吧？
啊。
No，点稍微有点大啊。
9。
哇，点大。
9去。
No， 还行。
还行。
hard。
90。
hard。hard。哇 ，clean young hard。哇。
好行。
보다 약간만 두껍게.
有点大好像。
磕
但他这一打，他那个，你看就。
슈터 사는 게 낫겠다.
걔 낫다고요? 스타가 살아야 된다고요?
정타보다 약간만 밖으로.
这偏他一打定了，对，他打定了，直接全没了。
조금만 더 잡아줘. 정타 안 돼.
네.
80 맞으면 좋을 것 같아.
네.
할 수 있어. 할 수 있어.
헐. 얍. 헐. 헐. 얍. 헐. 슉.
아, 쏘리.
아니요, 괜찮아요.
타이트했지?
你最后一个了，
아, 근데 많이는 아니에요. 좀 더 잡았어야 돼요.
站到这儿，
这样
站到这儿赢他这个，他打这个咱1分。
逆时外边，
OK，哪边都行，你选哪边都行，
站他俩中间。
或者是
等会儿
这球
我站这儿赢这个吧。
赢啊，你这粘上就赢，他只搭了一点蓝边儿，正好投到空这儿，他打这个得分他行去吧，
白边
蹭一点也行，
白边差不多，
白边儿 OK，
头球这样就行。
对你站到这儿也没事儿，
啊，对，站他俩空那块儿。
对。你这球打白边儿，或者是白边儿再放一点也行，因为你这球正粘咱自己偏，只要偏这边一点儿就行。然后如果劲少的话，把咱球站 OK， 你就按4区左右投，4区左右投就行，因为擦到5区就行。5区啊 ，no， 可以等，力量很好啊。
往，先别着急，八哥。
粘，
往，
还行，力量
力量，能下下线吗？
可以等。
下
6区
下线，下线擦，下线下线，
力量够。
下线八哥。
对。好球。
好，
力量够，不敢擦，我怕一擦这样就磕开了。
害怕正，你知道吗？
너무 위험해.
그래서.
그냥 피 물면 될 것 같아.
네. 핀.
太滑。
아, 라인 문제네. 11?
1점 줘도 돼.
그렇게 되면 좀 넉넉하게 볼까요? 제 거 계속 오버컬이라서.
내 거가 조금 넉넉하게.
라인 좋아요. 웨이트 가야 될 것 같은데? 라인 넉넉해요, 이거. 라인 좋아요. 좀 더, 좀 더, 좀 더. 아씨.
야. 아, 시간도 시간대로 쓰고.
죄송해요.
너무 천천히 넣는다. 나 어디 차는데?
Scoreline's going to look a lot better.
이쪽 라인. 아까 가드
바꿔
라인
차-
Particular rooting for China, that
가드 라인
is.
탄것 같아요.
From 1-5 to 3-5 as we have 3 ends left.
라인 너무 애매해요. 오픈이나 버튼을 누르면.
还是粘，
그럼 그냥 때리지
不
그럼.
跟他粘。
그렇게 생각하고 던질 거면 그냥 앞에 때리지 그냥 필로. 얘기하라니까. 이제 와서 이래.
커트를.
그냥 가자.
Welcome back to the ATB Centre here in Lethbridge. World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. You're listening to myself, Sander Edvog, and Sarah Anderson.
没事没事，三
Yes, good evening. We see a power play going on here in the sixth end.
3区，
Interesting to see how Team China's playing it.
下线吗？
Yeah, well, I believe Korea will be using their power play here, maybe more in a defensive manner to make sure they're scoring.
Yeah, it'd be really nice for Team Korea to score here in the sixth end. Keeping with the even ends here. But yeah, make sure they score anything. I think the goal is here for Team Korea.
Yep, score 1. You're up by 3. And even if you give up 3 in the 7th, you'll be tied coming home with a hammer.
얼마나 세요?
T.
라인 떨어져요.
T.
China, on the other hand, throws the center guard. They'll be looking to try and steal here.
라인 좋아요. 라인
So it's a
좋아요.
draw around that center guard.
It's looking good.
Yeah, no need to come too deep with this one. That's a pretty good spot there.
顺时。
逆时呢？
啊？
逆时呢？
逆时啊？
逆时露出来一会儿。
Team China indicated for the corner freeze on that left side of the rock in the forefoot.
不变。
他球在6区，我就按4-5投啊，
那球
擦一擦就
在五区，八哥。
5区呗。
就分4区投。站位。
Trying hard to bring play to the center and ignoring the ones on the side of the house right now.
4。
那你还行啊。
4、5。
5区，线路可以啊，线路很好，线路非常好啊。
5、4。
5区最好是5区粘啊，小吗？
还可以。
我来。
还行还行，这儿擦一擦，这儿。擦，下线了。
哎呀，太小了，
球力量。
小点儿，太早点，太
그
擦了
들어왔어?
啊，但是稍微偏小一点点那种啊，下的有点大啊。
对呀。
한 번 더 들어가자.
이렇게.
어.
네, 오빠 가까운 게 좋을 것 같아요. 5.
어.
Yeah, just getting the feeling that China hasn't put enough gas in the tank today.
웨이트만요.
웨이트 좋아.
They're playing a little bit flat. Hopefully they will be able to bounce back in their next games.
얍. 라인 계속 돌아야 돼요.
Maybe with the time off, with only having 1 or 2 games a day, that they'll be able to refocus and finish this round robin strong.
얍.
Well, both teams currently undefeated at 3 wins, no losses.
So if they were to lose a game, this is not a bad one for them to lose in their pool. Hoping to stay in the top 2 teams out of their pool.
我这往后旋了。
外角打。
Austria is in 3rd place behind these 2 teams currently at 2 wins, 1 loss.
发现球太多。
那我拿这个传，
Then Australia and Poland with 2 wins but 2 losses.
还是够。
那不够。那个打完头留不下。
Pretty tight race here in this pool.
拿逆时这个传。
行，但是我感觉他也够传的。
那你说我咋投这条？
再叫暂停。
你感觉呢？
나 저거 쳤으면 좋겠었는데.
我直接旋后面。
Austria is currently playing
往他后面
the
旋。
Netherlands.
OK。
第2个吧。
第2个，往后面旋。
Fairly tight game over there.
Yeah, 1-point game.
线路可以啊，主要是力量。
5。
小。
小。
我来。
Now ignoring
擦吧。
the red stones coming around everything. Well, this one's going to come up short. I think we're seeing a tiny bit more frost out in the wings in this draw than we have seen earlier in the week. Just a lot of draws coming up short whenever they go a little bit outside the
전부 다 얇은데.
button
안
path.
되면 이렇게 볼까요?
Yeah, just catching that
그냥
frost.
일단 얇게 보는 게 나을 것 같아.
And just not adjusting their kick.
앞에 거 떼서 봐야 되나?
It's a big thing in mixed doubles curling to keep aware of the paths, especially how ice changes not only throughout the week, but throughout the games.
한번 더 할게.
Bit of tidy work
아,
for Korea, but leaves the clutter.
Not too happy with that.
나오네요.
아 내가 생각해도 너무
Still a
커서.
nice high five there
아
by the
약하게 줘야
teammates.
된다 싶었는데.
아니 약간 줬으니까. 약간 준거 같거든.
아 그냥 아예 넣었어야겠다 이거는.
你感觉
좀
呢？
쳤어야 되는데.
아 정상화진 라인을 나왔을 거. 좀 많이 났어.
现在穿站有点晚了，就是学这些学
또 치면 된다 그냥.
刚才穿的，
이제는 저거 우리 그 빨간 거 앞에 거 때려서
稍微比上提点劲儿。
얘네 들어온 거.
I believe the
저 노란 거 맞잖아.
call for China is to
움직이지 마.
try that same draw, come around everything.
还行，
667，
我感觉力量还行，我给劲儿了啊，线路没问题，
7，
线路稍微大一点啊，
78，
力量力量，
量大，
继续，
889，
Looks so hot coming down here. And it will slip too far. Ki Jung on the sweep, and that's going to slip all the way through. Just having a hard time finding the right weight.
타임아웃.
근데 어차피 이거 열어도 얘는 어차피 여기 들어올 것 같은데.
타임아웃.
Just catching a different path
Time out.
there.
Ki Jung calling a timeout here.
시간 간다.
Just want to make sure they make the right call here. So much clutter in front of the house.
근데 이거
I guess
열어도
근데 어차피
question is,
여자가
do you want
할게
to
지금
stay
너무 많아.
defensive and start ripping things open, or have you come to a point where you just want to play a draw and try and
이거 무조건
choke
친다, 이거.
the 1-foot area off for China?
근데 너무 부담스러울 상황이
Yeah, I
지금.
think it might be a little bit late to start peeling things. I think they
무조건
have
붙이겠지.
to.
그리고 일로 넣어봐야 노란색으로
draw
때려
one in
칠 거고. 지금 남자 한 샷 남았잖아.
아니에요 안
아니에요,
나왔어.
안
What
남았어.
do you
여자
think?
마지막 샷이야?
네.
여자 마지막 샷이면
We'll try and pick up some Korean here.
근데 제가 이거 뒤로 들어가면 너무
Jang Banjuk
앞에 어차피 맞기만 하면 돼. 앞으로 와도 돼.
very much involved in this call.
근데 이쪽 아이스가 별로 좋지 않아요.
그렇긴 했는데 그래도 앞에 막아도 된다고 어차피 드로우 라인 막아도 된다고 생각을 하고 이쪽으로 놓고 이거 때리는 건 어쩔 수 없어. 이걸 막을 수는 없으니까. 근데 이 드로우 라인 들어오는 게 더 부담스럽잖아.
그 오빠 여기 먼저 봐요.
아니면은
그만 얇게 괜찮겠어? 이쪽 아까 방금 샷도 좀 얇게 칠라 했잖아. 이 아이스가 안 좋은데 그걸 얇게 쳐서 빼내면 제일 좋은데 트라이 해봐야 되고.
아 근데 너무 얇아.
근데 나는 이게 더 안전할 것 같아. 요 앞에만 막으면 돼. 이만큼만. 하우스 안 물어도 되고 하우스
네.
물면 조금 더 들어가고
네.
세지만 않으면 돼.
네.
저희 근데 타임아웃 분들 시간 좀 많이 갔어요.
Quite a few hand gestures from the coach. Seemed like he had to convince his young pupil to make the draw. Looked like Ki Jung really wanted to play a hit.
와 그냥 똑같은
Yeah,
라인
he's
쓸까요?
not happy with that yellow in the top 12.
Finally, he does agree, and the draw is the call. I think they might be not necessarily coming into the forfeit here, but just keep it even top 12, biting the 8-foot,
웨이트만요.
just in case China plays the angled run on the other side of the sheet. They might be able to use this one.
헐.
Big sweep coming down the sheet here. If they ever can just bounce out in the open, I think that's a pretty decent result.
Very nice, like you said, so they'll be able to use it on their next one, and blocking that draw now,
那你就让
and
他
able
找
to tap it up or run that in on their next
不让我
shot.
选，选到这儿不赢他。只有这个，让他找吧，他找不成，咱投一分，找成，直接传掉也行。你想想最稳的劲儿，打到一半儿，一大半儿，大力啊！
正常啊。
朝线
直。
这点场线，你感觉呢？ 你选哪？这个点
行
正常。
行，
不是你定
正常。
正常。OK，
湖边差不多，打一半儿就行。
一半得多一点。
The run back is the call. Tough little shot here. There's a couple of ways to make it. Either stuff it in behind the guards or catch a little thick and
这么大，一半。
might leave the shooter as a guard.
尝一下
你不是你定，你喜欢啥地儿？
湖边。
主要打吊子，打一半就行。OK，一半偏一。
Very precise shot.
正常。
Working it hard to keep the line here. Needs to catch a little bit on the high side. Does so and leaves the shot stone, but shooter rolls away. So that's going to be pretty much in the open for Team Korea. And if you start looking around the 12-foot circle, you'll realize that this will be a hit for a score of 4.
Sorry.
Already up 2. Might think to just play this quite firm. Just make sure you kill the yellow here. Take some of the ice speeding out of the equation.
没太往上，就正常出手。
And if you do roll out and score 3,
一直擦擦。
still pretty good. So last stone, 6-10. Team Korea looking to put another nail in the coffin.
Whoa! Whoa! Clean, clean, clean. Shot.
And it's a perfect nose hit. Score of 4, and China will concede. They've had enough playing this solid Korean team. Definitely the better of the two sides this evening. But you never know if we'll see these teams play again later in the week. Final score, 9-3 for Korea. If you stay put, we'll
아니 이거 그냥 째도 되는 건데 왜
take a look back and see how this panned out. And we'll see if we can get a few words in with the winning team, who were certainly on fire in the ATB Centre. And while we wait for that, we'll just take a look around. All the other 3 games still ongoing. Sweden very much in control over Israel. 11 shots to 3, playing the 7th end. Bulgaria up 12-1 over Serbia. Austria picking up 2 points in the 6th end. They lead at 6 shots to 3 over the Netherlands as they play the 7th end. So our future game, first one to finish after 6 ends of play. That is all the curling action we have for today. But we'll have a couple of good games tomorrow. Spain playing Switzerland, Japan, Hungary, and USA playing the Czechs. But now looking at the highlights from the game. Second end, Korea, China. It's Korea scoring 2 in the first end with Hammer. And then the second, leaving a tough draw for Wang Rei to get in there for a second shot. Doesn't quite get there, as the measure would tell. Another 2 for Korea means they lead at 4-0 after 2 ends of play. In the third end, again Korea lying a few. Wang Rei having to get to the forefoot to score their single. Comes up a foot short. Another steal for Korea. 5-0 now after 3. China finally scores 1 in the 4th end. We skip along to the 5th. Jung Haiji with the outturn draw against 2. Comes up way short out in the frost. And all of a sudden, China steals 2 and they're back in the game.
아우터 라인 너무 애매해요. 복붙이나 복붙을 물려면.
In the sixth end, Korea choosing to use their power play. And China just putting every egg in one basket.
아, 고콜?
In the end, leaving an open hit to score 4, and that would be enough for Team China. Final score, 9-3 for Korea. So just waiting on Team Korea to make their way to the mixed zone. We have our expert, Sarah Anderson, down there. See if we can get a few words in from two Koreans. They had an excellent game today. And I think they're ready right now.
Congrats on that win, guys. Very big for you. With the Olympics coming to your home country next year, what are you looking to prepare for next year?
내년에 평창 동계올림픽이 한국에서 개최되는데 그에 대해서 어떻게 준비들을 하고 있는지, 어떤 느낌을 가지고 있는지 물어보시죠.
한국에서 올림픽이 열리는 것만큼 저희도 최선을 다하고 꼭 메달에 따려고 그 전보다 더 많은 노력하고 더 많은 연습하려고 하고 있어요.
They are looking forward to having the Olympic in Korea, so they are trying to have been doing their best as much as they can so far.
Great. And how are you looking to play the rest of this round robin? You're playing great out there. Any changes?
이번 주에 남은 경기들이 있는데 그 경기에 대해서 어떻게 준비하고 있는지, 특별히 변화를 줄 건지 어떤지.
아, 네. 남아있는 게임 그냥 저희가 할 수 있는 거 계속 하려고 하고 있고요. 전 게임만큼 열심히 하려고 합니다. 네.
As they've done, they would like to do their best as they've done, and then they are not really think about it like seriously. They just try to do their best.
Great. Thank you so much, and good luck the rest of round robin. Thank you.
So as mentioned, that's it for today, but join us again tomorrow. We have 3 more games on the World Curling TV broadcast for us here at World Curling TV. We thank you, and we want you to stay tuned.